Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Monsters Matter. I'm Smiley,
And I am Evan the Great.
and today we're talking about the songbird cursed by divine love.
Yes, we are. So, as your adventurers, they set camp for the evening as the sun starts to slowly go away. Darkness starts to creep up. You get your campfire ready. Get your tents put up. You hear singing coming from the distance. The three or four of you start noticing that it is a lovely melody. And they decide that we should see what that is. That sounds awful lovely to be out here in the wilderness. As you track this voice, the closer they get to it, the more they enjoy it. The more they want to go towards it to see what this song is. The voice coming from this is so delightful. It's great. As you approach it, and it's going to the moon, the sun has went down and the moon has come up. Darkness, low light vision. You go through the wilderness as the voices get more heard, and you're getting closer and closer. As you look around into the trees and an opening into the wilderness and the forest itself, you see what looks to be a single tree in the center of this circle mass, and the music seems to be coming from that. As your adventurers, they go up to investigate it. It's so beautiful, and they're thinking, how is something coming from a forest area sound like this? As one of your companions say, the voice almost sounds like an angel. As you round the tree, it's no angel. It's a harpy.
So, harpies are one of my favorite creatures in D&D. Well, amongst the many that I say that about. They have ties with Greek mythology, like excessively, and they have a similar storyline, which I won't get into the original, but in 5e specifically, they are elves that fell in love with a god when she heard the song of a bird, and and another god took pity on her not being able to find her divine lover, or what she wanted to be her divine lover, and taught her that bird's song to draw that god back to her. And it didn't work. Because he is smarter than that, apparently. Or at least has a decent wisdom score, anyways.
Yeah.
But out of hatred and spite and all things that she felt wronged about, she cursed the gods for not being with one that she thought she loved. And in return, she grew monstrous in body and soul. They want nothing more than to devour others. There is nothing good about them. They're one of the few creatures that you can say that about.
So the harpies in general, their body structure, of course, they got wings. They have regular arms and legs, but they have claws upon them. Their voice is the only thing beautiful about them. Actually,
they're supposed to be like they have the head and torso of a beautiful woman.
There you go. So my
or
bad,
man, if you're into that.
Yeah, either or. And then you add wings to it and a little bit of a scaly feature, I guess you could say, on the feet.
Oh, that's just from have you ever seen chicken feet?
There you go, chicken feet.
Yeah.
Bird-like feet.
The wings, body, and claws of a vulture.
There you go. So a vulture-human hybrid that can sing a song. Or elf.
I'll just mess with him now, crap.
Yeah, he's humanoid. There we go. Humanoid vulture hybrid with the voice of an angel, but the tactics of a demon or devil or something evil and vile.
Now, I love these creatures because depending on how good you are at making up the map and positioning your monsters, they can be effective at any level. Their saving throw is low for their song, DC 11. But if you have enough of them there, someone's going to roll a 1.
Yep.
So they are CR1, so you can have them at first level. A nice little encounter there that, you expect half the party to make saves at level 1. So what have you easily dealt with. Decent chunk of health at level 1, no big deal. But then at higher levels, the players are expecting to make a DC 11 save every time because it's just a DC 11 save. But when they roll that 1 and they have to walk through lava, it is hilarious.
Which could very well take place.
But it also affects giants as well, which is something else I find absolutely hilarious.
I wonder why. Why is it just...
Giants are just big humans, dude.
I guess they are.
Yeah. They're just, some of them are just kind of hotter, some of them are cooler, some of them are just dirty. Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Giants. Just big humans.
Big humans, big giants.
Yeah.
So, Harpy at their core, they're not good.
No, they are vile, hateful, and spiteful bitches.
There you go. Pure fucking evil.
Yes.
Sorry for dropping the F-bomb, but that's
now,
exactly
I will
what they
note
are.
that they're not specifically called out as being every Harpy being female.
Yeah.
Just the first Harpy was female.
It was. And then...
and when you think of a Harpy, you think of a female. From my mythology, they were female. But I suppose they can be whatever you want them to be.
So you kind of got a little
Don't
bit...
be exclusive of genders with your Harpies. Don't be that guy.
You can't be that guy. So we're... the Harpy in general, what's the story of the first Harpy?
I just said it.
Well, I mean, is there more detail to it? Like,
that's the literal. Just
how long ago was it?
It's an elven tale.
Okay.
After Corellon got mad at Loth.
Yeah.
It's about so we're
So there you go. Harpy's been around for a long time. Harpies are very. I don't know if clever is the word I would use because the song is what draws you in.
I would say that they were once clever, but now they're more animalistic, in my opinion. They care very much about like hurting. They consider like what they do. They consider a lure.
Yeah.
Where when you're screaming for being attacked by them, that's what they consider the real song, the real music.
And they won't. Sorry to interrupt you. They won't attack unless they believe that they can successfully capture their prey.
They are dauntless cowards.
But once you are captured, if you get separated from the party, which not a good situation if you fell at that point.
Well, if everyone fell through and this was safe and jump into a cliff and jump into a hole.
It's very bad.
I mean,
and they like to torture people and make them. They usually pull them to their lair and they can spend days upon weeks, right?
I feel a lot of times they just kill you right then and there.
Yeah.
Because they get overzealous. In my opinion, that's why a lot of encounters will play out as. They lure you in. They get you to where you put yourself in a position where they are advantageous.
Oh yeah.
And failing that, they won't attack. If you won't put yourself to where they have the upper hand, they will not attack. If you attack them, they will flee, even if it means starving. Now, what I would do as a bit of a thematic thing, if someone is dropped out of the party when fighting Harpies, the Harpies will then dive bomb the corpse to get baubles, because that's just me. I would say over the times it's being like this type of creature, like their mind has dimmed down to a point. I think they only have like intelligence of 7 or so.
So they not the brightest, but they are attracted to shinies.
I would also say one thing you could do to make a Harpy more interesting is give it levels of a Divine Soul, or I think that's what they call it, Divine Soul, Favorite Soul, Sorcerer, and up their charisma up, because their Lord Song is based off their charisma as well.
Yeah. And
that would be one way to make like a Queen Harpy or something that has like that spark of previous elven power. Because this is someone that fell in love with a god and was blessed by a god, like given her song by another god. So it would make sense that she would have a fragment of divine soul in her.
I was thinking of nature on my end.
Well, they never actually call out nature.
No, I'm just saying, but they use the forest and the song to lure people. Can you imagine if they had control of the trees and stuff?
Well, I was just going with what was.
I got you. Yeah.
Whatever I'm looking
based
at.
on charisma, I got you.
Yeah. Like I do something like Sorcerer, Warlock, Celestial Pact Warlock, to signify like a Harpy Queen.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah. You can have like a roost of 5 Harpies led by one singular one that has these levels in a class. You know, every 4 levels you get a stat bump, so you can put that on charisma or whatever they need. You can even go with Barbarian because of their savagery. Ranger, like you said, if you want to give them a bit of wisdom. Or Druid. I don't see Harpies as very naturey, though. I see them as defiling of nature.
Yeah, so really they wouldn't be Druid death. I was thinking if you use the Force to capture people, but they can do that other means.
You can do that with just Fey Pact Warlock.
Yes, Fey Pact Warlock. So if you're a beginning level adventurer group and you fight one of these, you can actually easily make this into a starter point for a campaign.
It would be a wonderful low-level adventure, like this thing about harpies.
Maybe you find this one harpy, and then you find out there's multiples, and then you find out the lair. And
You just see like an ogre walk off a cliff for no reason, and you don't know why. Maybe he was just on the edge of the song.
Or the giant you've been pursuing, you find him dead.
I will say their warning song has a range of 300 feet. It affects every humanoid and giant within that radius. That is amazing.
Can you imagine what they can do to a city that's sleeping at night?
Oh yeah, how many people do you think will actually make? Because average stats are between 8 and 10 for that average individual. Their stats between 8 and 10, maybe 11 or 12.
That could be a starting adventure right there.
Yeah.
Maybe you
like a town was walked out.
Yeah,
a town walked out and abandoned itself. And like there's like a handful of people that woke up and found themselves alone. And you have like the priest, a child, a woman looking for her husband. I mean,
that would be nuts.
Yeah,
they would think like the end of the world has come about and they're vanished.
Yeah. They just know that all the loved ones just picked up, walked off.
What's worse about that
is if you find the cliff they all jumped off.
If you find the cliff, they've jumped off of. Man, that's mean.
Yeah, I'm an evil bastard.
Also, that's a great plot hook.
It's probably something they would do though.
Your adventurers would want to get maybe this city. Maybe somebody got away from them.
A city's bigger than 300 feet.
Yeah,
but not a village.
There you go. Say a village. Say somebody in the village got away from one of these harpies and they wanted them. Maybe it did something and pissed them off. So they went to this village and they sleep.
All of this is because an elf moved into the village that one of them was smitten with.
Oh.
And they were trying to get the elf to come to them, and that elf was one of the handful of people that made the save.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
And maybe your party didn't have to make a save, but they all made their save. And they wake up and they're the adventurers with like 3 people left in the whole town. No
party member complains about not having to make a saving throw.
Yeah.
If it's for their benefit.
Maybe they was shielded somehow.
Or just put it like it happened as like the night before the adventurers arrive.
And you always another thing you put out is if you did have them not make saves, a lot of people they get a save, they got to roll to no. If you have a good role play and a good story set up and you need them to succeed, just don't make them roll. That way when they wake up they find out that there is a threat. A whole village got up in the middle of the night and ran and fell off a cliff.
I personally like the approach of just letting them walk into town with it barren.
Or you could do that
like on a caravan or something.
That'd be great. Can you imagine if you're on a caravan with other people, how freaked out they would be?
Oh, yeah.
Like, we're not staying here. There's nobody here. It's abandoned.
Like, we need supplies. The freaking shop's not even open yet. Yeah. The door is. The guy's not there. Wait. You can also like explore like the seedier side of people as well, because there'll be people wanting to loot, and things, and then you find like the 5 people that didn't like succumb to the song, like hold up in the church.
Yeah, they're all scared.
We like the priest of Corellin that this whole song was meant for, still there. He's like trying to tend to everybody.
Man, what would he feel like when he found out it's his fault the whole city died?
It's not his fault. It's the Harpies.
I'm just saying, if he wouldn't have came here to preach the good word.
Well, elves already preached their good.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean.
They expect others to just follow them.
Yeah, his presence here into this village. If you wait from that village, on top of that,
he could have just been a wandering harpy where the guy was raised there.
It's great. Man, it's great.
Yeah, you can do a lot with harpies.
They're great.
They're low level. They're low enough level where you can modify them however you want without really making with them still being a harpy. They have iconic features to them. They pose the threat of flying at those lower levels. Like, you do need to carry ranged weapons even if you're a fighter. Like, pick up an axe or something.
And they got their song.
If you want to annoy your players, give the harpies flyby attack.
What to tell you, they got the song and they got a club and a claw and bludgeoning, slashing, singing. Just Anything else you want to add?
I will note that while you are succumb to the song, you have to move every round towards the harpy with everything you have through anything in your way, the most direct route. So jumping over a cliff, swimming through lava, whatever it takes. However, before you do anything that would be harmful, you do get another save, and you get a save at the end of every turn. So it's not going to be a continuous threat. Yeah. But it's enough to worry people.
What if a party member tries to stop you and you have failed? Do you punch them, slash at them?
No, you just keep walking forward. They can try to stop you all they want.
Okay.
You have to use everything you have to walk forward.
There we go.
or walk towards the harpy. The source, you don't need to see it. It's just something you just walk towards.
So the harpy, that covers all the harpy, or kind of.
That covers the harpy. So, you and your fellows are abashed by the waves of the previous night's storm still dying down. And some of the sailors start to look a bit weary. Some of them seems to be making prayers to gods as they see the looming cliffs ahead as you move towards the island to try to get out of the eye of the beast. Though the storm may be now be in the distant, the men look more fearful than they were before, and the captain starts ordering men to start putting wax in their ears. Confused and thinking it's silly or superstition, as most sailors are prone to, you ignore them. But that's when it starts. The celestial melody, like a songbird given to you from heaven itself, singing a beautiful tune, not words, but vocalizations that draws you over. And you see other men that also do not have the wax in their ears, walking towards the edge and the ledge. And then you hear the first of a man jumping into the waters. You see him swimming, and then another follows, and then another. And then you feel like you should do this too. You must get closer to the source of the song. But you catch yourself at the edge. In time to look up and see the winged humanoids flying in a circle like vultures.